Now let us see the conversion of decimal into binary, octal and hexadecimal. So here again you can see the table in which for converting decimal into binary, you have to divide continuously the given number by 2 and write the remainder on the side. We will see in the examples. And for converting decimal into octal, you have to keep on dividing by 8 and writing the remainders adjacent to it. And for converting decimal into hexadecimal, again you have to divide by 16. Now let us see it with the help of a question. Now suppose we have to convert this 427 of decimal into binary, octal and hexadecimal. For converting into octal, what we have to do? Divide by 8 continuously. So see, I have written 427 and divided it by 8. So when it was divided first, it came 53 and 3 was the remainder. Then after that 8, we will again divide this number with 8 and see the quotient is 6 and the remainder is 5. Now as soon as the quotient becomes smaller than the divisor, you have to stop this process of dividing. So means you have to keep on dividing till the quotient becomes smaller than the divisor. So since 6 is smaller than 8, therefore my quotient has become smaller than the divisor, therefore we will stop. Now see how the question answer is written. You have to move from the least significant bit to the most significant bit. LSB stands for least significant bit and MSB stands for most significant bit. So you have to move from this till this. Okay. So see, the answer is 6, 5, 3. Usually children commit one mistake, that when their quotient becomes smaller than their divisor, they stop but they forget to write this remainder, because of which their answer gets wrong. So don't make this mistake. Remember that you have to take this LSB, then from here you have to copy all the numbers till MSB. Now in the same way, see the conversion of 427 into hexadecimal. For that we divide the number by 16 and keep on repeating the process till my quotient becomes smaller than the previous divisor. So see, 16 into 26 is done and the remainder is 11. But you know that in case of hexadecimal, 11 is represented by B. So instead of writing 11 in the answer, you will write B. Because if you write 11, then it will not be considered 11, it will be considered as 1, 1. So remember that if your remainder is 10 to 15, then write the corresponding alphabet. Okay. Then 26 is divided, 1 came the quotient and remainder is 10. So 10 means A, so A is written. Now you can see that the quotient has become smaller than the previous divisor. So we stop the process and we move from LSB to MSB for writing the answer. So the answer is 1, A, B. Clear? Now see the conversion of decimal into binary. Here you can see that I am continuously dividing the number 427 by 2 and writing the remainder adjacent to the quotient. And this process is continued till the quotient becomes smaller than the divisor. Now after reaching till this point, I start from LSB and reach till MSB and copy all the numbers. Remember that you don't forget to write this remainder when your quotient becomes smaller than divisor. Now there is one way more of solving this question. What you can do is, you can straight away convert 427 of decimal into binary, and then few minutes back you have studied how to convert this binary into octal and hexadecimal, right? So you can straight away perform those procedures of converting binary into octal and hexadecimal, and then you can get the same answer. So either you follow this method, or you check your answers whether these answers are right or not. Check it with the help of the conversion of binary into octal and hexadecimal. Clear?